my beloved child, I invite you to pause for a moment and sense the gentle warmth of my presence that encircles you, for I have been waiting to speak to your heart with a love that transcends every boundary and a compassion that knows no end. I want you to understand from the very first word that you are precious in my sight, and no concern or trouble in your life is insignificant to me. I am here to strengthen your faith, to remind you that my grace is real, and to pour out hope like a refreshing stream in a desert land, quenching your thirst for lasting peace. Look around at the challenges you face, and remember that I am the God who can make a way through any wilderness, who can bring light into every dark corner, and who can breathe life into every weary soul. Trust that I am drawing you nearer to my heart so that you can find the shelter you have been seeking, and believe that your tomorrows will be brighter than your yesterdays. I see the doubts that sometimes make your soul tremble, and yet I speak these words of reassurance to calm each worry that tries to steal your joy. I will be your fortress in the midst of every storm, and I will never allow the winds of adversity to uproot you from the foundation I have laid beneath your feet. Even when you feel vulnerable, I cover you with my protective embrace, reminding you that no obstacle is too large for my power and no fear is too deep for my love. Lean on me, for I am more than willing to carry the burdens that weigh heavily on your heart, and I will not let anything stand in the way of your hope. Believe in my promises, for they stand firm forever, and let your spirit rise in anticipation of the breakthroughs I am orchestrating. I have seen you searching for answers, quietly wondering if I truly hear you when you whisper prayers in the dead of night. And I am here to say that I not only hear, but also respond with unceasing mercy. Open your heart, and you will discover that my grace far surpasses every mistake, every doubt, and every shortcoming you may have encountered. I am your eternal source of security, inviting you to stand under the shadow of my wings, where fear transforms into courage and despair into renewed purpose. Do not run from me when life feels confusing or when guilt tries to cloud your view, because I long to lift you up and restore all that was lost or broken. Expect wonders to unfold, for I am working in ways that will astonish you and reveal my goodness. Come close to me, and let my words seep into the hidden corners of your being, for I see the potential I placed within you when I formed you. I know the goodness that stirs in your heart, longing to blossom into acts of kindness and gestures of compassion toward others. I am the one who breathes life into your dreams, fanning the embers of your hope so that they burst into flame, lighting a path that may have seemed dark before. My plans for you do not falter, even when you stumble or lose direction, because my hand is forever poised to steady you and guide you back. Stand firm in faith, for I am leading you toward vistas of grace you have never before imagined. Recognize, dear one, that you do not walk alone, for I stand as your guiding light, illuminating each step you take and whispering comfort in the stillness of your soul. Let your heart rest in the knowledge that you are loved beyond measure, shielded by a peace that surpasses human understanding, and set apart to experience the fullness of my divine presence. There is no valley so low, no night so long, and no obstacle so tall that my love cannot reach you and uphold you. Place your trust in me, because I am the Lord who hears your cries, the Father who understands your dreams, and the friend who sticks closer than a brother. Embrace the new dawn of hope I have prepared, for I assure you that each day can be filled with the sweet promise of new beginnings. You are of infinite value to me, handcrafted to reflect beauty and strength that the world may not always recognize, but I see it shining from within you. Like a precious jewel that sparkles under the sun, you carry facets of compassion, perseverance, and sincerity that I treasure deeply. Every tear you have ever shed has been counted, and every hope that springs up in your heart resonates in mine, for I am intimately acquainted with your innermost thoughts. Embrace your worth, For I declare that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, set apart for great things. Hope in my words, and watch how your life takes shape according to my boundless love. I fashioned you with gifts and talents designed to bless not only your own journey, but also the lives of those around you, for my creativity is limitless, and my purpose for you is unique. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew the plans I had for you, plans that would unfold across the tapestry of time to reveal my glory and your delight. You are not an afterthought or a coincidence, but rather a deliberate masterpiece, chosen to display facets of my love in a way that only you can. Let your spirit be awakened by this truth and reject the voices that tell you otherwise. Stand tall, knowing your worth is anchored in my unchanging regard for you. Though you may feel overlooked by people or forgotten by the world, I assure you that my gaze never leaves you, and my affection for you is never diminished by circumstances or failings. I watch how you rise each day, pressing forward despite trials, and I celebrate every small victory you achieve, for it echoes my own heart of triumph. Like a gardener who nurtures a beloved plant, I water you with my grace and protect you from the harsh elements so that you can bloom in due season. Take confidence in this. I am proud to call you my child, and I delight in your growth. Gaze upon my promises and let them uplift you to believe in your inherent significance. In moments when self-doubt tries to overshadow your accomplishments, remember that I see beyond your present circumstances to the incredible potential I placed within you. I call you by name, reminding you that no blemish or flaw can separate you from my love, because my mercy covers every weakness. Let your heart dance with gladness, knowing there is a purpose woven into the very fibers of your being, a song of destiny that I composed for you before time began. Hear that melody and allow it to resonate through every challenge you encounter, filling you with new vitality. Know that I stand by your side, guiding you to discover how precious you truly are. Your existence serves as a light that can inspire others, even when you do not realize it, for I breathe my strength into your spirit so that you can illuminate the darkness. Do not underestimate the influence of a kind word or a small gesture, because I use these very acts of love to change hearts and transform communities. Trust that even the dreams you hold secretly in your heart can bloom in the fertile soil of my presence, watered by faith, hope, and perseverance. Look at yourself through my eyes, see the wonder that you are, and believe that you are indispensable to my plan. Rejoice in the knowledge that I created you for greatness, which I will bring forth in my perfect timing. I cherish every moment you turn your eyes toward me, every time you approach me with your questions, doubts, and gratitude, for in those sacred instances, our hearts align. Know that when you feel broken or flawed, I am the potter who molds and shapes you, transforming each crack into a reflection of my healing power. The more you trust in my infinite wisdom, the more you will flourish like a tree planted by streams of living water, firmly rooted and bearing fruit in every season. Hold on to the assurance that your life matters deeply to me, and I will never cease to whisper comfort and direction to your soul. Let hope rise within you, for your worth is anchored in my everlasting love. Remember that I am the one who calls out the stars by name, ensuring none of them are lost, and yet my attention to you is even greater. I delight in every prayer and every sigh you release, carefully weaving them into a tapestry of answered petitions and wondrous testimonies. Even when you feel your voice is small in the grand scheme of the universe, rest assured that your cries resonate powerfully in my heavenly courts. The affection I hold for you surpasses the boundaries of human comprehension, reaching into the depths of eternity. Let your soul rest in this certainty, for I do not abandon the precious ones I have created. My dear child, do not measure your worth by the standards of this world, which can be fickle and fleeting, but rather anchor your identity in my unwavering acceptance. My love is not contingent on your achievements or influenced by the opinions of others, for I cherish you simply because you are my own. As you immerse yourself in this truth, you will find that anxieties diminish, and the burdens of comparison and fear of rejection loosen their grip on your heart. Step into the freedom I offer, for I have formed you to shine without hindrance or shame. Celebrate the goodness and greatness I have placed within you, and watch how it transforms every aspect of your life. I created you with a voice to sing praises, a mind to reason, and a heart to love deeply. So do not allow discouragement to silence the gifts I have placed within you. Each aspect of your being testifies to my craftsmanship, showcasing my ability to fashion beauty out of ordinary clay, and you are a living testament to my creativity. Whenever doubts arise, let my words override your fears, infusing you with the knowledge that you are seen, heard, and treasured. Look to me in your moments of insecurity, for I stand ready to uplift you and remind you of who you truly are. Persevere in faith, knowing that I have endowed you with infinite value. You may sometimes question whether your contributions matter in a world filled with complexity and strife, but I assure you that your presence here is by my design, and your unique perspective is part of my grand mosaic. Let your faith guide you to step forward in kindness, generosity, and selfless service, confident that I will use every act of love to fulfill a greater purpose. Trust me to open doors you never anticipated and to light paths that seemed hidden in darkness, granting you opportunities to touch lives in ways only you can. Stand in awe at the reality that I delight in your smallest offering, transforming it into a blessing far beyond your imagination. Take comfort in this truth, for your worth is firmly established in my eternal plan. I know the weight of the troubles you carry, and I feel the heaviness that settles on your heart when the storms of life rage without warning. When the nights stretch on and anxiety whispers scenarios of failure or loss, I am there, quietly sustaining you and reminding you that no fear is too great for my presence to overcome. I see the tears you shed in private, the silent pleas for relief that echo within your spirit when no one else seems to notice. Yet even in these moments of isolation, remember that my hand rests upon you, ready to lift you up. Let your heart lean on me, for I will calm the fiercest tempest and give you rest. There are trials that seem unrelenting, moments when you question if these burdens will ever be lifted, and in those moments, I urge you to remember my faithfulness throughout history. Just as I delivered my children from slavery in Egypt, parted the sea before them, and guided them through the wilderness, so I will guide you through your personal deserts of discouragement and fear. I am the same God who provided manna in the barren lands, ensuring that none of my beloved lack what they truly need. Lift your weary head and trust that I have not changed, and my compassion knows no bounds. Confidently face the future, for I hold every moment in my hand. When your soul aches from broken relationships or unfulfilled dreams, I tenderly remind you that I am the master of restoration, and nothing is beyond my power to heal. Whether you have been wounded by betrayal, hardship, or the cruelty of circumstances, I am the balm that soothes the deepest hurts. In my presence, bitterness transforms into forgiveness, and sorrow unfolds into a testimony of triumph, testifying to the resilience and beauty I have sown within you. Let me help you release the weight of resentment, for I promise to replace it with the lightness of peace. Take courage in this hope, for every wound can become a channel for my grace. I hear the unspoken questions. Why must I endure so much? Where is the light at the end of this tunnel? My dear child, though I may not always provide immediate explanations, know that I waste no pain, and that each season of struggle refines the precious gold of your faith. Trials act like fire in the smelting process, removing impurities and allowing the radiance of your trust in me to shine more brightly. Even if the path ahead seems unclear, walk step by step with me, knowing I see the end from the beginning. Rest assured that the darkness will not overwhelm you, and I will strengthen you to stand firm. In your moments of exhaustion, when it feels like your responsibilities and worries have piled up far beyond your capacity to carry them, remember that I do not require you to shoulder life's burdens alone. I designed you to walk in partnership with me, drawing from my boundless reservoirs of strength so that you can navigate every twist and turn of the journey. When you cry out from your weary soul, I bend down to lift the load, offering you supernatural endurance and a peace that defies human reasoning. Do not lose heart, for your tears do not go unnoticed, and I am intimately aware of every struggle you face. Cling to me, for I am the lifter of your head, and I will sustain you. I know how disappointment can deflate your spirit, especially when you have prayed fervently, hoping for a certain outcome that seems delayed or denied. Do not lose faith, for my timing is perfect, and even when it appears that I am silent, I am orchestrating events behind the scenes for your ultimate good. Recognize that what you perceive as delays may be my protection, aligning circumstances so that when the appointed time arrives, you will marvel at my handiwork. Let my promises anchor your soul, for they are unbreakable and will not return to me void. Continue to believe for miracles, for I am the same God who turns impossibilities into glorious testimonies. Have you felt misunderstood or judged by others, harboring questions about whether anyone truly sees your heart's intent? Remember that I understand you completely, for I know every longing, every intention, and every hidden motivation that lies within your spirit. While people may cast unfair assumptions, I see your earnest desire to do good, and I applaud every selfless act you perform in secret. Your worth does not stem from human approval, but from my unwavering affirmation, which stands strong like a rock that cannot be moved by shifting winds. Let me remind you that you do not walk this journey alone, and I uphold you amid every trial. When the noise of the world drowns out your hope and you feel like you have wandered too far from my guidance, let my gentle voice cut through the chaos, calling you back home. Even if guilt or shame tries to keep you away, know that my arms remain wide open, ready to welcome you with kindness and celebration. I do not turn my back on you, and I do not delight in your suffering. Instead, I yearn to restore you and lead you onto paths of righteousness and joy. Return to me with all your heart, and see how quickly I run to embrace you, removing your heavy burdens and soothing your weary spirit. Keep pressing forward, for my mercy renews itself every morning. Discouragement can creep into your soul like a persistent shadow, whispering that your efforts are futile and your dreams are impossible. But I come to refute that voice with the truth that you are never without purpose, and no labor of love done in my name goes unnoticed. Even if you do not yet see the fruit of your faithfulness, trust in my divine process, for seeds planted in patience often yield an abundant harvest at the proper time. Continue sowing hope, kindness, and love, for I will water and grow what you have planted. Let your heart soar with expectation, for I am guiding you toward victory. I acknowledge your frustrations when life takes unexpected detours, and you feel lost in a maze of uncertainty, yet I assure you that I hold the map and the compass. You may stumble or take a wrong turn, but my grace is there to gently redirect you onto paths of promise. Even the detours, the stumbles, and the setbacks can be transformed into testimonies of my redemption, where each trial becomes a stepping stone to a higher perspective. Though you cannot see the entire panorama, do not fret, for I am the one who creates a masterpiece from every piece of your life. let hope spring forth, for I guide your steps toward my perfect plan. I am your divine protector, the one who shields you in every conflict and stands guard over you in every perilous circumstance. Like a fortress high above the troubles of the world, I envelop you with my presence, ensuring that no weapon formed against you can truly prosper. Though challenges may arise, they will not consume you, for I will always make a way of escape, even in the direst situation. Trust that I am vigilant, neither sleeping nor distracted, and I wield power that can conquer every earthly or spiritual threat. Let my love be your shield, for in my arms you are safe. I have spoken through ages past, declaring, I will be with you in trouble, I will deliver you and honor you, and I stand by that promise today with unwavering resolve. When fear attempts to shake your foundation, call upon me as your strong tower, and I will answer with a peace that transcends every lie the enemy might whisper. Just as I protected Daniel in the lion's den and preserved my faithful servants in the fiery furnace, I will protect you, shutting the mouths of dangers and quenching the flames of adversity. Rest in the knowledge that my hand of favor resides upon you, guiding you through valleys of shadows into the light of triumph. Reflect on my mighty works and take heart. Amid the turbulence of this world, where uncertainty often robs many of their calm, I offer you the certainty that I am your rock, unmoving and unshakable across the span of time. You may walk through difficulties that seem mountainous, but I assure you, I am greater still, and my power is capable of leveling every hill that stands against my purposes in your life. When you pass through waters, you will not drown. When you traverse fire, you will not be burned, because my presence stands as a flame-retardant shield around you. Let your faith cling to my promises, for I am the God of wonders who delights in preserving you. Walk boldly, knowing my protection is certain. Have courage, my child, for the legions of heaven stand ready to move at the sound of my command, ensuring your well-being and safeguarding the paths you tread. I dispatch my angels to watch over you, to lift you up lest you stumble, for your safety and peace are dear to me. Even in the darkest alleys of life, where the shadows of doubt or danger loom, I am your guiding light, your comfort, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. Take refuge under my outstretched arms, and let your heart find rest in my unwavering defense. Keep your eyes on me, for I will shield you from harm. When you feel besieged by circumstances and surrounded by worries that threaten to close in on every side, draw upon my strength and recall my faithfulness in your past. I have rescued you before, and I will rescue you again, for my faithfulness does not wane with time or falter with changing tides. Trust that I have legions of answers at my disposal, each solution more wonderful than the last, and I will not withhold my aid from you. Call upon my name in your distress, and watch as I rout your enemies and scatter the shadows that try to consume you. Steady yourself in this truth, for I hold you firmly in my hand. I understand the depth of your fears, especially those that strike suddenly or dwell persistently in your mind, and I extend my hand to bring calm and clarity. When your thoughts race and your heart pounds with anxiety, remember that I am the Prince of Peace, and in my presence, storms become placid seas. Lean into my word, allow it to be your anchor in the swirling currents of chaos, and watch how my authority silences every raging doubt within you. Abide with me, for in that intimate communion, your spirit shall be fortified against every attack. Arise in confidence, for I stand guard, a vigilant watchman who never slumbers. No matter how fierce the battle or how hopeless the situation appears, I am more than able to deliver you, for my arm is not shortened that it cannot save. I delight in turning impossible odds into victory, revealing my glory and underscoring my boundless might. Your part is to stay in faith, to pray earnestly, and to rest in the assurance that I will not abandon you to the devices of those who wish you harm. Even when evil conspires, I have the final say, reversing what the enemy intended for destruction into a testimony of my grace. Hold on to hope, for I am your defender in every trial. If sickness assails your body or weariness grips your soul, remember that I am the great physician who can heal diseases and restore brokenness in miraculous ways. Whether your suffering stems from physical ailments or the invisible wounds of the heart, bring them to me in faith, expecting my power to move on your behalf. I do not withhold my healing out of cruelty or indifference. I am moved by your afflictions, and I pour forth my mercy like an ocean that overwhelms every barrier. Persist in asking, seeking, and knocking, for I respond to the cries of my beloved. Trust me to mend, to renew, and to give you strength to press onward. When the storms of accusation arise, and you face criticism or unjust blame, remember that I am your vindicator, the one who upholds your cause with righteousness. You do not need to fight every battle in your own strength or offer a rebuttal for every false charge levied against you, because I see the truth and will act on your behalf. Let me speak into the situation, let me defend your honor, and let me bring about justice in ways that will showcase my fairness. Stand still in the assurance that I am the judge who cannot be bribed or deceived, and I will clear your name in my perfect timing. Keep faith, for I am your unfailing advocate. I have set my seal upon you, declaring that you belong to me, and no power in heaven or on earth can remove you from my care. Though the winds of adversity blow fiercely, they will not tear you from my grasp, because my hold on you is anchored in everlasting love. I watch over your life with constant attention, orchestrating circumstances to bring you closer to me and to show you that my grace outshines every trial. Rest peacefully in the shadow of my wings, for I am and will forever be your refuge. Anticipate breakthroughs, because my protection is unwavering, and my help is always near. Draw near to me, beloved, with sincerity in your heart, and let your soul overflow with honest prayer that does not need polished words or memorized scripts. Speak to me as you would confide in a friend, sharing your fears, your joys, and every secret you carry inside. I have longed for this closeness, for when you pour your heart out to me, you acknowledge that I am more than an idea. I am the living God who listens and cares. Do not shrink away in shame or doubt, for I receive each word with compassion. Trust that I hear your prayers, and my response is woven with grace and power. Come before me with childlike faith, for in simplicity lies a profound connection that awakens my heart and unleashes blessings beyond measure. You do not need elaborate ceremonies or flawless recitations to capture my attention. What I seek is the authenticity of your spirit, the open-handed offering of your genuine self. Let your prayers rise like incense, a sweet fragrance that captivates my heart, and I will respond with favor that surpasses your best expectations. Approach my throne with confidence, knowing you have the right to be here, for I have purchased that privilege with my unending love. Keep praying, for in due season you will see my marvelous works. Begin each day with a whisper of gratitude and an invitation for me to guide your steps, for I am eager to shower you with wisdom in every decision you face. Prayer is not reserved for only the sacred hours or the solemn gatherings. It is the continuous dialogue between us, punctuating each moment with hope. When you are uncertain about which path to take, speak my name and listen in the stillness, for my spirit imparts insights that defy conventional logic and surpass human foresight. Lean on me, and I will steer your life toward purpose and peace, never failing to illuminate your way. Pray steadfastly, for I dwell in the midst of your praises. Do not allow doubts about your worthiness or past failures to keep you from seeking my face, for I stand ready to welcome you without reproach. If shame tries to silence you, remember that my forgiveness is abundant. My grace is all-encompassing, and nothing you have done can override the magnitude of my mercy. Confess your struggles and weaknesses, and I will exchange them for renewed strength and a heart made pure by my cleansing power. Speak honestly about your fears, your hopes, and your pain, for I will not turn you away. Press on in prayer, for as you draw closer, I will draw ever nearer to you. Trust is the key that unlocks the deeper chambers of intimacy with me, enabling you to perceive my guidance in ways you never thought possible. By laying your concerns at my feet, you acknowledge that I am bigger than your problems, and you invite me to intervene supernaturally. Faith, like a mustard seed, may seem small, yet it has the potential to move mountains when planted in fertile soil, and your heart is that soil if you allow me to cultivate it. Let your prayers bloom into confidence, a steadfast assurance that I am working even when you cannot see immediate results. Keep believing, for I reward those who diligently seek me. Bring me your petitions, yes, but do not forget to ask for my will to be done, for my plans are more exquisite than anything you could devise on your own. Lay your dreams at my altar, trusting that I will sort through them with a wisdom born of perfect love, refining them into their best possible form. Sometimes I will answer exactly as you hoped, and other times I will reshape your desires to align with a greater blessing. Surrendering your will opens the door to a partnership where heaven's resources become accessible to you. Persist in prayer, for I delight in unveiling my heart to those who trust me fully. When life's storms surge, and it seems prayers go unanswered, keep pressing in, for persistence refines your faith and showcases the depth of your dedication to me. Just as Jacob wrestled with the angel until daybreak, refusing to let go without a blessing, so let your heart cling to my promises, expecting that I will come through. No heartfelt prayer is ever wasted, for even in silence, I am doing a new work within you, strengthening your spirit and increasing your capacity to receive my blessings. Let me enlarge your faith as you stand in the gap for loved ones, communities, and nations, seeking my intervention and power. Pray with courage, for I honor earnest pleas. When you reach the end of your own abilities, that is the perfect moment to rest in my strength, to exhale every worry into my hands, and to trust me to carry you. You were never meant to figure out life's complexities alone, nor to overcome overwhelming odds through sheer human will. Prayer, therefore, is the surrender of control, an admission that you need me to step in and do what only I can do. The moment you relinquish the illusion of self-sufficiency, you discover the abundance of my sufficiency. Stand firm in faith and watch as I respond with miraculous answers. Do not fear vulnerability when you come to me, because I am aware of every flaw, every hidden corner of your heart, and I love you nonetheless. True prayer is an unveiling, a daring to be known at the deepest level, so that I can pour my healing and love into those wounded or guarded places. You may find it difficult at first, but as you consistently approach me with openness, you will sense a liberation from fear, a release from the shackles that once bound you. Allow me to transform your anxieties into testimonies of my power as I turn your desperation into praises. Cling to me, for I am your safe harbor in every storm. Invite me not only into your troubles but also into your triumphs, for I delight in rejoicing with you and sharing in the wonder of your milestones. Prayer is a relationship, a two-way communion where you speak and I respond, whether through the soft promptings of my spirit, the counsel of wise individuals, or the whispers in your heart that ring true. Let your praise rise as a testimony of my faithfulness, fueling your anticipation that there is so much more in store. Keep the conversation flowing, day in and day out, and witness how your spirit grows stronger, more at peace, and fully alive. Remain in me, for I am the vine that nourishes you abundantly. Be of good cheer, dear one, for I have a future laden with promise and overflowing with goodness specially tailored for you. Though current circumstances may appear dim, remember that the dawn always follows the darkest part of the night, bringing the renewal of hope. I am weaving all things together for your good, and even what the enemy intended for evil, I will turn into a platform that displays my glory. Let your heart take courage, for I am dedicated to seeing you flourish in every area of life. Step forward with confidence, anticipating my wonders yet to unfold. Allow your dreams to take flight again, those visions you once set aside because fear or fatigue convinced you they were impossible. I stand at the threshold of your tomorrows, urging you to pick up your aspirations and present them to me, so I may breathe fresh life into them. I specialize in reviving what seems dormant, causing dead dreams to bloom like a well-watered garden in springtime. Do not bury your hopes under past disappointments, but rather unearth them and trust that I can resurrect everything that once ignited your passion. Hold fast, believing your future remains vibrant with possibilities. I have designed you to progress from strength to strength, faith to faith, and glory to glory, never destined to remain stagnant or confined by past failures. My spirit works within you, shaping you into a vessel that can contain increasing measures of my grace, wisdom, and courage. As you advance, you will realize that every challenge faced and every victory won was part of a grand tapestry, weaving together a testimony that brings me honor and blesses those around you. Be prepared to expand your vision, for I have no limits, and I am eager to impart a boundless perspective upon you. Embrace these coming seasons with expectancy, for I do more than you can ask or think. Keep your spiritual eyes open, for I will bring mentors, companions, and allies into your path, people who will spur you forward and confirm the direction I have set for you. Trust that I am orchestrating divine connections, creating friendships and alliances that will strengthen your resolve and awaken in you the desire to pursue greater heights. Sometimes, I will remove certain relationships that hinder your progress, but do not grieve, for I am only pruning to make space for more fruitful developments. Believe that each relationship is purposeful, whether for a season or a lifetime, and that my hand guides these encounters. Step boldly, knowing I pave the way for new horizons. I speak into your spirit that you should not despise the day of small beginnings, for every significant endeavor starts with a humble seed that I lovingly nurture. Even if your steps seem minuscule, proceed with them in faith, because my power is made perfect in your weaknesses and uncertainties. I cherish your willingness to follow my lead, and I respond by granting you grace upon grace, enabling you to accomplish feats that once seemed daunting. Persist, trusting my voice above the noise of doubt, for I promise that your labor will not be in vain. Stand ready, for remarkable outcomes lie ahead. The future I have mapped out for you does not guarantee the absence of trials, but it does ensure that I will fill you with resilience and guide you toward triumph. Each obstacle will serve as a rung on the ladder of spiritual growth, drawing you closer to my heart and revealing new depths of my faithfulness. Do not be intimidated by the unknown, for I walk before you, preparing the way and equipping you with the wisdom and resources you need at precisely the right moment. Keep hope alive, because your tomorrows contain miracles that will leave you in awe of my goodness. Look ahead with joy, for I will not disappoint. Let your faith function like a telescope, enabling you to see beyond the immediate challenges and into the grand possibilities that my promises open up for you. Fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, for my kingdom operates on principles that transcend earthly limitations. If you can envision victory in your spirit, you will start to walk toward it, empowered by my presence and unstoppable by any opposition. Keep this vision ever before you, speak it aloud in prayer, and allow hope to flourish in your soul. Reach higher, for I am enlarging your territory. I am pouring out fresh grace upon you, renewing your mind, and awakening your heart to the vibrant destiny I have prepared. The deserts of stagnation and barrenness will yield to rivers of inspiration, creativity, and open doors. For my desire is to see you fulfill the calling that resonates uniquely with who you are. Reject the notion that you are limited or too flawed to live out your purpose. My strength finds its perfect expression in your weakness. Embrace the journey, for I am unveiling new opportunities that exceed your most daring prayers. Stand in expectancy, for my power in you is relentless. Do not fret over lost time or seasons that you perceive as wasted, for I am the Redeemer of time, able to restore and accelerate what seemed irrecoverable. I can accomplish in moments what human striving could not achieve in years, showcasing my sovereignty and kindness in ways that magnify my name. Your part is to remain pliable in my hands, willing to step through the doors I open, and courageous enough to let go of what I close behind you. Believe that I am writing a story through your life, one that testifies to my capacity to bring beauty from ashes. March forward, for every step of faith is one closer to a radiant tomorrow. Listen for my whisper in your soul, calling you forward to greater intimacy and bolder exploits. For you were made to live in communion with me and reflect my glory in all you do. Resist the temptation to settle for mediocrity when I have placed greatness within you, equipped with a divine purpose that can shake the foundations of despair around you. With each passing day, I am unveiling a plan for your life that will bring blessing not only to you, but to countless others you have yet to meet. Lift up your head and let your heart sing, for my promises are sure and your destiny is secure. Launch into the future, for I am your everlasting hope. My dear child, never doubt the breadth and depth of the love I have for you, a love that knew you before you drew your first breath and will accompany you beyond your last. I do not grow weary in pursuing you, nor do I waver in my commitment to lifting you out of the lowest valleys into the freedom of my grace. My affection is steadfast, extending across the years and spanning every season of your life, remaining an anchor when all else falters. Rest in me, for I hold you with a tenderness you can trust, and I will continue to pour out blessings upon you. Look forward with hope, for my steadfast love endures forever. I bless you with peace that extends far beyond human comprehension and with joy that warms your soul like the morning sun breaking through dark clouds. Even in turmoil, I will be the steady presence you can cling to, and in moments of triumph, I will be the exuberant cheer celebrating your success. I promise that I will not leave you as an orphan in a cold, uncaring universe, for my spirit resides with you, comforting, guiding, and empowering you every single day. Therefore, walk confidently, knowing the King of Kings goes before you and stands guard behind you. Cherish this truth, for your life is crowned with my goodness. Take heart in the knowledge that I am turning the pages of your story, writing chapters of mercy, grace, and redemption that will reveal my glory in astonishing ways. Even when you cannot decipher the purpose behind each plot twist, I am weaving a narrative that works in harmony with the ultimate destiny I have ordained for you. Let gratitude blossom in your heart, fueling the conviction that every step is leading you closer to the promises I have spoken. Your journey may have unexpected turns, but my grace remains a constant, unchanging beacon of light. Press onward, for I am the author and the finisher of your faith. I see the path ahead more clearly than you ever will, and I position blessings along your route, timed perfectly to meet you right when you need them. Let my words echo in your soul. You are cherished, you are safeguarded, and you are called to a future bursting with potential. Do not let regrets tarnish your perspective, for I have already made a way to turn each disappointment into a story of restoration and testimony. Embrace the days to come with courage, for they hold opportunities to grow in wisdom and deepen your reliance on me. Expect victory, for I supply all your needs according to my infinite riches. My final assurance to you, dear one, is that my commitment to your well-being will never wane, and my love for you will never grow cold. Carry this truth wherever you go. You are not alone, for I am with you always, delighting to give you every good gift, longing to shower you with grace upon grace. Approach tomorrow with a heart brimming with expectancy, because I have ordained good things to come, blessings that will testify to my unchanging faithfulness. Walk forward under the banner of my peace, for I have claimed you as my own, and the very best is yet to be revealed. Even after all has been spoken, I still long to assure you that my heart overflows with concern and compassion for every aspect of your life, whether grand and public or subtle and hidden. Do not think for a moment that I have forgotten the silent cries of your soul, the unuttered hopes you have carried for years, or the unhealed hurts that have left scars. My eyes see beyond your masks and bravado, peering into the deep places you barely dare to acknowledge, and I have come to tend those wounded parts of your spirit with a tenderness that will never waver. Keep leaning on me, for I will consistently prove to you that I am faithful, a constant companion in a world of fleeting relationships. Let this truth penetrate your heart. My love is not restricted by human limitations, and it will sustain you in ways you never thought possible. I wish to remind you that your journey on this earth is not random or meaningless, for I have sown seeds of purpose within you that are destined to bear fruit in the fullness of time. When you wonder if your contributions matter in the grand scope of eternity, recall the truth that I have placed my own imprint upon you, equipping you with the capacity to reflect my light into even the darkest spaces. Though you may not always see immediate results, trust that every moment spent in kindness, every heartfelt prayer offered, and every instance of perseverance in the face of adversity shapes the fabric of a future yet unseen. Do not lose hope in seasons of waiting, for each day is an invitation to trust in my unwavering guidance and watch as I bring forth a harvest that will glorify my name. Keep sowing in faith, my beloved, and anticipate the blooming of promise. At times you might feel as though your faith is too small, dwindling like a barely visible ember in a drafty room. Yet I ask you not to underestimate the power of that flicker. My spirit is the gentle wind that fans your spark into a blazing flame, and with every whisper of trust, you invite me to stir the embers of your soul into something radiant and unquenchable. Even if doubts chase you, know that I do not reject you. Rather, I cherish your honesty and use it as fertile ground for cultivating deeper conviction. Offer your mustard seed faith into my hands and watch as I multiply it, transforming your uncertainties into unshakable confidence rooted in my everlasting promises. Press forward in hope, for I am fanning the flames of faith within you, ensuring that your spirit remains steadfast and bright. Embrace the notion that I am continuously inviting you into a dynamic relationship that evolves as you grow, where each season beckons you to learn new facets of my character. In moments of stillness, I whisper revelations that affirm my goodness, and in times of challenge, I demonstrate my power to uplift and rescue. If you remain open, you will see that my love is not a stagnant pool, but a flowing river that adapts to your changing needs, refreshing you at every bend in the path. You are journeying with me toward deeper realities of grace and truth, and every prayer, every tear, every act of faith paves the way for deeper intimacy. Keep your heart attentive, for I am constantly speaking, revealing, and guiding you to ever richer encounters with my presence. In the tapestry of your life, seasons of sorrow and seasons of laughter interweave, creating a beautiful mosaic that reflects my handiwork, even when you cannot discern the pattern. I do not wish for you to be burdened by guilt or shame over perceived missteps, for each thread, both bright and dark, serves to highlight the brilliance of my redemptive plan. As you look back on the chapters of your life, you will perceive my fingerprints on every page, turning despair into testimonies of resilience and forging deeper compassion in your heart. Let go of the notion that your story is ruined by any single chapter, for I, the master weaver, am skillfully shaping the narrative of your life into a masterpiece. Forge ahead without fear, trusting in the loving hands that hold the loom. Hold on to the promise that forgiveness is a gift I extend to you repeatedly, liberating you from the chains of regret and enabling your spirit to soar in the freedom of renewal. When you wrestle with self-condemnation or relive past failures, bring them to me and allow my grace to wash over you, mending every fractured piece and drawing you closer into my embrace. As you choose forgiveness, both accepting it for yourself and extending it to those who have hurt you, your heart expands with room for new blessings, unencumbered by bitterness or sorrow. I do not keep a record of your wrongdoings. Instead, I rejoice in your decision to walk in the liberty my sacrifice has purchased for you. Take my hand and step forward into a future unfettered by the weight of bygone mistakes. Whenever you hesitate on the threshold of making decisions for fear of stumbling, remember that I guide your steps with a patience that surpasses your understanding. Even a misstep can become a divine redirection if you entrust yourself to my leading, for I am capable of turning every detour into an avenue of grace. Your willingness to move forward despite uncertainties is a testament to the trust you place in me and opens the door for my wisdom to steer you toward purposeful outcomes. Decisions made in faith, even if you later realize they were less than ideal, become lessons of reliance on my sovereignty. Move forward boldly, for I will never forsake you in the process of growth. Should you ever find yourself confused about your identity or calling, rest assured that I, the one who formed your innermost being, know exactly who you are meant to be. You are my handiwork, and no label or criticism can negate the beauty I have placed within your spirit. Let my voice be louder than the cacophony of expectations and the clamor of opinions, for in my gentle assurance, you will rediscover the unshakable foundation of who you truly are. Beloved, chosen, called. As you walk in this understanding, clarity will emerge, and the fog of insecurity will lift, revealing a path brimming with divine possibilities. Take comfort in this. You have a place in my kingdom that no one else can fill. Finally, I remind you that my presence is never far, never dormant, never indifferent to the details of your life. At the break of day, my mercies greet you with fresh vigor, and in the quiet of night, my watchful eye ensures that you rest under the canopy of my care. I urge you to turn your heart toward me constantly, like a sunflower seeking the light, so that my brightness saturates your every moment. In your laughter I rejoice, in your tears I provide solace, and in your uncertainty I anchor you with steadfast assurance. Walk on, my beloved, for you have a grand destiny waiting to unfold, and I am here, ever faithful, ever present, guiding you into abundant life.